to follow up. So he's going to be able to pick off that shuttle and then finish off the Reaver as well. So decent Vulture harass by Stink, and the proxy Reaver just not quite quick enough. Doesn't quite work out for him. And oh, is he gonna see it? Oh, now for sure he has to see this stuff over here, and he's gonna siege it up over the ridge and blow this to Kingdom Come. He looks like he is gonna get an observer out before that happens. Possibly even a second observer. Observers are very quick to build, so he may get a second observer out. We'll have to see. But anyway, so I'm definitely going to put Stink in the lead here now. He has an expansion advantage. He's up. Let's see. Is it going to happen? Observer's halfway built. Oh, that pylon takes just 2 more hits, though. Yeah, Observer's not going to make it out. He cancels it just in time. Anyway, Stink is definitely in the head. He's got a lot of tanks built up. He's got a really good defense. The Reaver Harass did not do very much damage, and he was able to do a lot of damage to the economy of nosliw with those vultures and just taking out those dragoons. He's been slowly building up dragoons and a couple zealots just off of 2 gateways here, but losing I think it was like 4 dragoons or something like that to those mines just really set his army back a lot. So he's really in trouble there. Their dropship is chilling around. Maybe that's how those vultures got in there. Maybe it was a vulture drop, and I missed it. I apologize if it did miss it. He did have that starport down very early, so that's probably what it was. So again, I apologize. I'm still trying to get better at this whole observing thing. I'm not too practiced at it. But in any case, I'm trying to catch most of the action. But he still has this dropship, so he could still theoretically go for drops. Traditionally, Protoss will, as we see here, set up pylons there and also around here to block off this expansion so that vultures can't run in there. But the fact that he has a dropship means he's going to be able to drop vultures back there, drop tanks back there, or something along those lines. Is he going to notice his Wraith under attack? Oh, the Dragoon's putting a lot of fire. He does notice, but not quite in time. The Wraith doesn't get away. So a little bit of blow there. But he is mounting up for a bit of a drop here. He's got a tank and a vulture in this dropship. A second vulture go in there as well. I'm curious to see what he may try and do is he may just try and drop in this expansion here and siege up the tank and then try and put mines down. But these Dragoons are still in the area, so it might be a little bit difficult to pull off at that location. He could go for the main, though. The main is relatively undefended, just this single Dragoon protecting the main. So that might be a good target, or maybe if he came around back somehow, if he flew in around the side. Anyway, in the meantime, nosliw building up a decent army over here. The observer is going to be in trouble in a second when this turret comes in. And getting a third base down, so he is trying to catch up economically here. Yeah, there's those pylons, and he's going to just trap the Dragoons inside. Oh, no! The Dragoons are inside, but this time the tank is actually on the outside instead of the inside, but he's left it too close. Is he going to be able to pick it up? Oh, no, the tank goes down. The tank does go down. And so it looked like he was trying to set up the tank here and use mines to block for troops coming around the other side. He didn't expect those Dragoons to still be inside there, I guess. So a little bit of a misplay there, but, you know, what could he expect? In any case, Stink has built up a decent army, though, just kind of spread around his base. Oh, he's got a lot of vultures. He's got 4, actually he's only got 4 tanks here. I thought he had more tanks, but he's got a lot of factories now, so he's really going to be able to put out a lot of troops out for the amount of economy he has. He needs to start thinking about taking out the base, though, I think pretty soon here, as nosliw has. Nosliw has that third base up and going. Is a really good economy going on now. It appears as if, even though he took some early economic damage, he's kind of been beating Stink in the economy game. It looks like he's probably been putting out a lot more workers. He's got more workers, and he's got a third base to actually use those workers now. So he's really going to be able to put out a lot more troops. 82 supply for Stink and 96 supply for nosliw. So nosliw definitely building up a little bit more. And a little bit of a mine clearing action going on in the middle here. But nothing too big of a deal. Although it looks like, it looks like Stink is trying to kind of move in here and take the middle. I'm not sure if he's going to try and set up to defend an expansion, in which case he'd have to get troops kind of over on this area as well, so he couldn't just be flanked. But he could also just be going for kind of a slow push. You can build a lot in this area, and so a slow push is pretty viable, especially when you have this high ground here. He's got a lot of vultures here. That's interesting. I'm not sure if they're speed upgraded, though. It looks like they're moving kind of slow. Maybe it's just because they were planting mines. But anyways, moving in here, he's got a decent force of Dragoons, but those tanks on the high ground, once he gets within range of those, it's just going to be he's going to have to fall back. And that mine really, really wanted that Zealot. It was like, I'm going to chase you down. I don't care how far you run. But anyway, Stink trying to put on some pressure here, and if he can put on this pressure and maybe try and sneak in, I don't know. I mean, he's got a long ways to go, and he needs to get some more tanks out if he's really going to be effective in this push. Oh, I forgot about this tank too. But eventually, I mean, it's going to be really difficult for nosliw to build up enough forces to break that, especially if he has a high ground advantage. Although here is one way that he can break it. If he goes for a flank, he is sending some zealots around the side. If he comes in with forces from both sides, it could be really devastating here. But unfortunately, he's got them in a location. He didn't really do a bunch of a flank with them. They're still going to have to come up the ramp. So they're not going to be in a really good... well, actually, the vultures aren't really in a good position. They're kind of running around here, planting mines and trying to be annoying as well. So these zealots could really be effective if they came in from the side. There's nothing to stop them from getting right up close to the tanks. There's only a few marines and mines and vultures and what have you. So you can really, really put it to good use if he came in with the Dragoons. Here he is coming in with the Dragoons from one side, the Zealots from the other. Zealots streaming in. They're going to get hit by a lot of mines. They're going to they're going to drag some mines into the tanks, though, and and get really close to the other tanks. Dragoons coming from the other side as well to destroy that clump of tanks. So brilliant, brilliant flank maneuver there, and really just, Stink caught really out of position. All of his vultures out in the open, trying to do some harassment and not able to defend his tanks, and the tanks just getting completely overrun. Oh, these mines could do a lot of damage, though, if they go off. No, the mines are being picked off. So nicely done there by nosliw. He's going to be able to take out this position. Looks like Stink's going to try and send out some vultures just to be annoying. Again, I keep saying annoying, but I mean, it is kind of annoying from a Protoss player's standpoint to have to deal with all these mines and vultures going in for harassment and that sort of thing. But I don't mean that he's an annoying player personally. But anyway, he is doing a very good job, though, of bringing these forces back and also cutting off reinforcements by running in there and planting mines on the reinforcement route. That's going to slow him down and basically give Stink some time to set up his defenses again. And that's exactly what he's doing here. Getting some tanks back up on the high ground. So actually really, really a good maneuver with those vultures, sending them in just to be a distraction and just kind of cut off reinforcements and slow down that push while he gets more mines set up in the middle of the map here and gets his tanks on the high ground again. Although he needs to siege those up and start getting some turrets down and what have you pretty soon. We did see a Templar Archives out earlier. I haven't seen anything coming from it, though. These vultures, again, just kind of coming around and harassing again. Okay, here's two Stargates. And don't see what tech is going with that those Stargates just yet. I'm not sure if he's planning to go Arbiters because he's got the... yeah, there's the Arbiter Tribunal. So he is going to be going for some Arbiter here to accompany his forces. He has got a lot of money saved up here. He hasn't been macroing terribly. He's still off. Oh, okay. See, we could probably just put these down recently. He doesn't have them all rallied, so he's just got some zealots standing around there. And again, breaking that high ground there. Again, Stink just not having the forces to back up that that high ground that he was trying to take. Here's come some more vultures, and I think